Hello, my name is Joe Richter. I'm a real estate broker and an associate broker with Keller Williams Realty. I'm licensed in California and Oregon. I prepare monthly reports that look at the market trends in 14 communities from Newport to Woodbridge through Irvine and Trabuco Canyon. These reports can be accessed on our website at joe-richter.com under a navigation link named Market Trends Monthly Update. Each report takes a focused look at a specific community or neighborhood. The goals are to establish and monitor home values, to define the market type as either a seller or buyer, and to set reasonable expectation for days on market. You will see we put a lot of data into our proprietary statistical models to prepare and present this report. You can also access the public-facing information off the MLS at joe-richter.com under the navigation link Predefined Community Listings. This report focuses on Coto de Caza single-family homes priced between $1 million and $2 million. It covers the period January 1st through June 30th, 2020. The monthly headline is, New listings are steady, contracts written have their best month in 5 years, closing rise into normal territory, and inventory remains quite low. The Coto single-family home market is currently a seller's market with 2.8 months of inventory. As seen in the table, monthly inventory levels have been very stable around 3.0 months, with the exception of May, which jumped into a buyer's market condition, but quickly recovered. For perspective, Coto was a buyer's market in many months in 2017, 18, and 19, where inventory levels were in the 5, 6, and 7 month range. Chapman University defines a buyer's market in Southern California as being 3.5 months or more of inventory, and inventory is running 21% below 2019 levels. Monitoring the active listings provides insight into trends that may be developing that impact home values and inventory levels. There are 29 active listings. There were 45 in our report 30 days ago. There were 40 new listings over the past 90 days. 18 of those are still on the market. There were 11 new listings during the past 30 days. Next, we will be discussing the 3 essential steps in selling and buying. New listings represent a willing seller, contracts written represent a willing buyer, and closing is the execution of the legal and technical aspects of the purchase contract by the buyer with lender cooperation. Compared to the same period in 2019, new listings are down 16%, contracts written are down 5%, and closings are down 14%. New listings are down 16% compared to 2019 for the same period. The Coto single-family home market made a nice rebound in May with 19 new listings, putting it into normal territory, and was able to maintain a normal level of activity in June. Contracts written are down 5% compared to 2019. With 23 contracts in June, Coto had its absolute best month of any month over the past 5 years. This large surge in contracts written should lead to an uptick in closings in July and August. Closings are down 14%. In June, closings moved solidly into normal territory. Since closings follow contracts by 35 to 45 days, we should see a nice recovery in July and August after the exceptional month we had in June with contracts written. Home values are understandably the most important subject sellers want to discuss. Home values are always established by the market and the buyers, not the sellers. The last graph in this report demonstrates this market value concept. Be sure to check it out. In Coto, the single-family home values are running up a mere 0.7%. That is $700 per $100,000 of value. The average current list price for the active listings is $1,310,000. The price range for the active listings is from $1,029,000 to $1,799,000. Recent closings, the 90-day closing activity is perhaps the most important thing we can monitor in our forecasting effort. Recent closings are the primary metric to determine home value estimates in appraisals and CMAs. Depending upon the amount of information available, a look-back period of 90 to 180 days is typically used to obtain sufficient data to make the estimate. We use a 90-day look-back period because our markets are robust, with plenty of activity, and the shorter period reduces the distortion seasonality has on the data. For instance, looking back 6 months now would mean we would have December 2016 data in our assumptions. This would be totally irrelevant information for today's market. Over the past 90 days, 30 homes have closed, 23 homes closed below revised asking price, 1 home closed at revised asking price, and 6 homes closed above revised asking price. Days on market is the time from activating the listing on the MLS to getting an offer accepted and a purchase contract signed. As listing brokers, we always advise in a normal market that the DOM should be 30 to 45 days. The DOM for all active listings is currently 85 days. It was 75 days in our last report 30 days ago, and it was 47 days at the end of March. We should note that the DOM for the closing so far this year is 43 days. This indicates that the homes that have closed earlier this year were selling in less time. Months of inventory is the primary determining factor in defining a market as either a seller's or a buyer's market. Chapman University defines a buyer's market here in Southern California as being 3.5 months or more of inventory. The current inventory level is 2.8 months. To aid in forecasting, we monitor 3 periods of inventory. The 90-day trends will give us a sense of a surge in new listings or contracts written. 90-day inventory is down 29%. Year-over-year inventory helps measure how steady or regular a market is. Year-over-year inventory is down 21%. And monitoring the month-by-month comparison lets us check on seasonal abnormalities. June 2020 compared to June 2019 is down 49%. This map displays the location of each listing used in this report. We get the data used in these reports from the MLS. We have 32 saved searches, so we are always comparing the same data set in each report. We've been doing this for years. We put the raw data into our proprietary statistical model. No one else has this presentation. Using the saved searches, we have also prepared web pages for 14 communities on our website so you can see the public-facing information in our reports. Along with the map, there are thumbnails with summary information for each listing. Click on any of the thumbnails to see more detail. You can access this data at joe-richter.com under the navigation link Predefined Community Listings. The drop-down list will show the communities our sellers and buyers have asked us to provide quick access to. These are live, dynamic links with up to the second accuracy. And this table shows the current active listings. The raw data we get is stored into tables to help make our analysis. And this table and the next show the closings so far this year. Notice here we are looking for outliers for days on market, cumulative days on market, list price, and closing price. And finally, the last bit of detail to complete the report. This chart shows the value range of all the closings. The red dots represent the close price of each listing. The gray dot represents the original list price of the same transaction. Notice most gray dots are above the red dot, indicating a price reduction either during the listing to make it more attractive or as part of the contract negotiation. However, there are gray dots below the red dots which show a price increase. This is typical when a well-priced, well-presented, well-marketed home draws multiple offers. The buyers offer more than the original list price. Buyers and economic conditions set the market value. In closing, we would like to say thank you for listening. We have tried to make this a high-level explanation of how the market is evolving, the view from 40,000 feet, so to speak. If you have questions or would like to discuss the market in more detail, we are here to help. If you have questions about forbearance or prices or DOM, anything at all, please contact me. The team I work with would love to be of service. Again, thank you very much.